I'm not someone who's afraid to ride outside when it's cold or rainy or snowy, whatever, anything like that. There's a reason I called this channel Ride Year Round. However, I don't always have the time to go outside. I've got kids, I've got a full-time job. So in order to keep my fitness up, to keep my sanity, things like that, I did purchase a Wahoo Kickr Core, a smart trainer, and I have a spare bike on that. Unfortunately, that spare bike is a mountain bike. And as it turns out, especially in Zwift, that can cause some issues with the power output, the speed, and being able to enjoy the program and the routes and everything to their full extent. Luckily, I have found a solution. There are many solutions out there, I think, but very vaguely documented, and most people just kind of say, yep, that's the nature if you've got mountain bike gearing. But in this video, I'm going to talk about what I have found to be able to really use it even with mountain bike gears. You'll have to forgive the crampedness, but this is my setup. This is in my office, which doubles as many different things. But this is my setup. I've got this, what's that say? Ride All Day Cycle Products desk, which I actually purchased secondhand. And then the bike I'm running is a Mongoose Switchback Expert with an 8-speed drivetrain and a 32-tooth chainring. Or maybe that's 30. You know what? I think it's 30. Either way, then it's on the Wahoo Kickr Core right here. The problem is that Zwift really is built for road bikes. I know they have some kind of mountain bike things built in, but it's not. It's optimized for road gearing, and even like the smart trainers are kind of more optimized for that as well, which is unfortunate because when you're pedaling, you might find, man, I can just never get going. It says I'm putting down so much power, but even when I'm in my highest gear on my mountain bike, I am spinning out. My cadence is over 100 and I am not able to keep up with anyone. My power output is super low, that type of a thing. You can kind of get around this by running an ERG mode, which is basically saying, this is the power output I want to run at, and it's just gonna make sure that's what you're putting out. But if you want a real ride experience and to take advantage of Zwift, that doesn't work. Now, from what I've read, at least on the Wahoos and some other brands, it seems like you can go in and you can adjust the wheel circumference. Wheel circumference. Obviously, there's no actual wheel, but you could put in a custom number to match more of a 29er, like this right here. Apparently, that will pretty much solve the problem, but it doesn't really work for me as well because I still have mountain bike gearing, and I still, in this case, only have 8 gears, and I don't want that. So that is where this comes in. This is the Zwift Click. It's $40, I believe. You can also get the Play, which has additional controls on it. What the Click does is it gives you virtual gears. I originally thought this Click only worked with the one cog or whatever it's called, just a single cog back here, but it's basically just somewhere to put your chain. And what you can do instead is just get the Click, and then you just put this to where your chain is the straightest line you have there, which makes it a little bit quieter. And then you just leave it there and you can use the virtual gears. The virtual gears are great. You end up with 24 of them. You just click in the buttons and it's gonna show up in the top part of the screen and say what gear you're in. And you just use that and it solved all my mountain bike gearing problems. So it's actually been awesome. It is $40. And so if you're someone who is on a really tight budget, doesn't necessarily want to spend additional money because you already spent money on getting the trainer itself, then maybe go the route of changing the wheel circumference. But I don't know, it seemed like some people said that worked, some said it didn't, and it's not on all trainers. You can't do it on every trainer. The other solution people have said, from what I've read, is to throw a bigger chainring on, but mountain bikes are fairly limited on that. So you're not necessarily gonna be able to fit much bigger than, I would say, a lot of bikes frames are gonna be limited probably at like a 34 tooth, maybe a 36, but most it's gonna be less than that. And if we're being honest, a chainring is often more than 40 bucks. So this has worked really well for me, and it's easy to take on and off. I did remove my brakes and shifters and stuff, like they're just hanging, but that's just because I wanted them out of the way, and on these Jones bars, that's the way it worked. But yeah, if you have had issues with your mountain bike gearing and you're fed up with it and you want it to just ride more like a road bike and be optimized in Zwift, this is a really good option. So I've linked this product in the video, and hopefully this helped you. If you've got other solutions that maybe are even free, I'm open to that as well. I've already invested in this, so it's not gonna hurt my feelings, and let's spread that wealth, let people know what they can do to have a better riding experience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.